Good evening. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Is everyone enjoying their Thanksgiving? I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. It's gobble, gobble time. And I'm here to fight CPS. And I'm your host, Bob Pace, to stop taking our children. It's a warm welcome. I'm glad you found me on Facebook. There are 7 rooms that'll link you, plus a YouTube room. That's 8 rooms that'll link you here to my live stream. I'm broadcast using StreamYard as my software application, which uses YouTube. And I'm here to talk about something called CPS that I call the Child Protection System. It's a government entity that was placed into law in 1962 by an act of Congress. They informed social service or directed social services to create a body of social workers to protect our children from neglect and abuse, and also do what's called family reunification, because they found that the best parents to raise their children are our biological parents. So if they need to take our families apart or break them apart because they're in danger of something, they're supposed to make every attempt to correct the parents' behaviors through parenting classes, through programs such as domestic violence and drug rehab. These programs and these classes, along with other things, are supposed to be in a plan that directs you how to get back your family that's been broken apart. And I know it's hard because we all are never want to be interfered with raising our kids or our families. But CPS has found sometimes there are bad things happen to kids, but not all the time. Now, the pendulum has swung. In the beginning, in 62, it wasn't until 74 that they had laws that had meat to them, and it wasn't until the 80s and 90s they started really helping save our children. But now, today, in the year 2025, 50% of the government agencies are bad. They've gone rogue. They do not attempt to help families or rehabilitate families. In fact, in 97, there was a law passed by Bill Clinton, the president then, that basically said that if a child's adopted in foster care, they'll reward the government agency, CPS, with a bonus of $35,000 from the federal government, no questions asked. They encourage adoption through foster care instead of rehabbing the family. And that's a big mistake. And now it seems like more than 50% of the cases, they are bad CPS entities. And I'm sorry that you may have encountered that. Hello, Desire. I talked to you this morning. I'm glad to see you again. Desire is from San Bernardino. She has 4 children by 3 different men. And she's trying to resurrect one of her children. I always forget all the details, but she's here to get help and support. And I hear you, Desiree. You talked to me this morning. That was good. Now, one of the things we can do is that we can text messages to me. I put a banner up that you can read, and it tells you about how to text a comment to me about CPS, either a question or a comment, how to text a message. All we ask is you give me your name and your location. If you're outside of the country of the U.S., give me your country you're from, because this is a worldwide live stream. There's over 3,000 people and 26 countries that participated in my live stream twice a day, 7 days a week. So that's one way you can interact with this live stream. Another way is to be a guest in my live stream. And I'd love for you to be a guest. There are 14 shows to choose from. I'm on every morning from 10 a.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. I'm on every night of the week, all 7 days at 7 p.m. And the times I give you are Pacific Standard Time, the West Coast of California. I'm south of Los Angeles, and I'm in the city called Surf City, USA. I'm 3 blocks from the beach. And I'm here to help you. I have a great knowledge of things that I can certainly help you. I have 43 years of marriage experiences. I've helped raise 6 children, and I have also 61 years of working and life skills. What I'm giving to you is life skills in here. I'm trying to tell you because I too was a victim of CPS, and so were the over 3,000 people I've talked to. And so I've developed 5 rules that you need to utilize that will help you. If I knew those 5 rules, I never would have lost my children. I never would have lost my children. Now, you send me an email. The email address is there. When I get it, make sure to include your name, your email, and your phone number. And I'll forward on to my show producer, Grace, who will get you on one of the live streams and the one that you pick. So all you do is say, I want Bob's Sunday night show or Bob's Friday night show or Bob's Wednesday morning show or Thursday morning. It's either morning or night in one day of the week, or you can be on all 14 if you like. Now, the rules are simple. Once I send off to my show producer, she'll send you a link to get on. If you get bounced off, use the link again. It's good for the whole show. And that'll be a link to be on my live stream. I can take up 9 of you at one live stream, 9 of you. There's room for 10 with me included. So there's 9 extra spots that you guys can be a part of. And I love to have you because you can help one another and help others that are listening in this room here. And the rules are is that there's no smoking or eating on the show. We are respectful to one another. It's very important to be respectful. We're here to talk about CPS, no foul languages, and we do not use the names of children, social workers, or judge. And that's all there is to it. So look forward to you be a guest on my live stream. Lastly, there's my phone number that you can call. It's 626-698-0990. That means you can call in. That means you can call in. Now, this is Thanksgiving, and so I'm spending it with my family here. And you guys are my family. I'm so glad to see you in here. And we have Desire, I should say. I don't know why I call it Desiree. She likes to be called Den. I know you're here. I'm still here. Good. Den from St. Anna. And now we have Heather, 88. I'm so sorry about your mother-in-law. Missouri CPS sounds awful. I believe you, Heather. How can I help you, Heather? How can I help you? Good evening, Lisa Barkley. Happy Thanksgiving. Just got back home to spend my Thanksgiving with my son and some Christian friends. It was beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. Lisa, I'm so glad you got time with your son on Thanksgiving. I miss that with my daughter. I've not seen my daughter since she's 12, and she now is 23 years old. And she had Thanksgiving with my two boys today. I guess she doesn't want to have Thanksgiving with her dad and mom anymore. She divorced us anyway. So to her, we're just nobody. But anyway, I will see my sons on Saturday, and I'll have a little Thanksgiving then. So today I've been spending Thanksgiving with you guys. The morning show was beautiful. Great people. I loved all you guys there. And so good to see you, Lisa, again. And also, Den, it's good to see you. And Heather, I'm glad you're here too. Now, Heather says her mother in law was raising 5 of her grandkids. She is not married, and CPS took all my nieces and nephews a year ago. Wow. She is deaf and raised her own children. All right. Seriously, it's crazy. She's never been in trouble a day in her life, and now she's got 10 felony charges. Oh my goodness. What are the felony charges? And literally every single occasion is not true. We're from Montgomery County, Missouri. Okay, Heather. You're the first I've known from Montgomery County. And Desire says it's Des. Okay, or Desi. All right, Des or Desi or Desire. Okay, I'll get it right. I'll get it right, Desire. I'll get it right. Anyway, what can I do with you guys tonight? I have no idea why that suddenly is showing up in my screen here. Where did that come from? That's not supposed to be there. I must have clicked one of the rooms that linked here. Anyway, there's my phone number. I'd love for you all to call. Now, the other number you see is my office of Vincent W. Davis. He's my attorney, and he's also a CPS attorney. He's a criminal attorney, and he's a civil rights attorney. He do all kinds of things. He is schooled and trained and licensed in the area of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. He also is schooled and licensed and trained in criminal law. He is a trial attorney. He can do trials. He also does civil lawsuits to sue CPS both in state court and in federal court. So he can cover all the areas I'm talking about. He's the real deal, and he's available at that number. When you call in, you're going to reach reception. Make sure you tell reception that Bob Pace sent you. And when you speak to Mr. Davis, make sure you tell him that Bob Pace sent you. And then from there, you can work up him to represent you. Basically, starting off in LA County, where his office, Arcadia, is located, his retainers are approximately $5,000. His salary charge is $500. Now, you have to get the true retainer and the charge from him directly. Those are approximate. Every case is different. Every case will depend on the complexity and how long the case has been going on to determine the retainer price. And that's just an estimate, because when the retainer drops, you have to replenish the retainer so that he has money to work from, because he'll take his $500 against that retainer, and that's how he deducts it. He bills every 10th of an hour. So that's how they do it. That's how they do it. Now, what new thing do you have me for, Desire or Heather or Bartley? What do you have for me new here that can help you? They took her to jail. Why did they take her to jail? Wow. Desire, I all talked out with Vincent Davis. Oh, you did? You talked to him? Great job. I'm glad you did. I gave my short-term summary of how, what, and where. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're able to talk to him. It's okay, Heather. I know you're crying, you're most upset. You don't have to call. You don't have to call. A lot of you go through it. I go through it myself. And I know what it is to hurt when you don't have your children or they've been taken wrongly from you and stuff. And I'm sorry. I really am sorry that you're going through all that. But I'm here and you guys are my family and I'm celebrating Thanksgiving with you guys. Good evening, Desire. This is Bob Pace welcoming you on my live stream. Say that again? No, 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 no turkey today. Yeah. Yeah, well, I didn't have Thanksgiving today. My Thanksgiving was this morning with the morning show and this evening with the evening show. I'm going to celebrate Thanksgiving, I think, on Saturday. Oh, I understand you talked to him. That was great. Did you go on his show? Did you go on his show? Okay. Right. Before you ask me the question, let me take care of two of the people in the room here. Heather says they simply do their procedures quickly based off what I read. Their procedures is when kidnapping our babies. I agree with you, Heather. And Christina Reynoso from Las Vegas, Nevada says, "Hi, Bob. How was your day? I hope things got better for Mrs. Pace." Well, I hope so. They get better for her, but she was so torn apart by not having the family. This is our first Thanksgiving without her family members present. None of them. We have none of her family members. We're going to see two of them on Saturday, I think. So it is kind of hard. So, Christina, I'm glad you thought of us. I'm glad to have her short talk this afternoon. And I'm glad you've done all this hard work for all the people with a synopsis. Christina has written synopsis for about 10 to 15 people in this room. So thank you, Christina, for doing what you're doing. All right, your question now. Go ahead, Desire. What paperwork are we talking about? What paperwork are we talking about? Okay. Okay. Request. This is in California, right? MC. What is it again? MC what? Yeah, you told me about that. You told me about that. You just you just told me about today. You told me about today this morning. Well, once you get a restraining order, there's going to be a court date that you have to go before and defend yourself, and he's got to prove that the restraining order is valid. He's got to prove it. I'm sorry, what? Okay. On the MC, on the MC030, who's the attorney or the party without the attorney? Who's listed at the top? But you're not the attorney. Okay, attorney or party without. Okay, you're listed there. Okay, so your name is at the top, your phone number, and your email, right? And what Superior Court of is it in San Bernardino? Right. Okay. And then below that, it's going to ask for the petitioner and the defendant. So you are the defendant, correct? You listed as the defendant. How can you be the plaintiff petitioner? You never, you're not, you didn't. You either the defendant or the plaintiff. You, and if your name is at the top, then you are the respondent. not the plaintiff. You're not the. You didn't do this form.
No, no, no. This is, it says attorney or party without attorney, which is my name. And
Right.
then at the next line it says Superior Court of California.
Right. And then the next line.
Plaintiff, plaintiff petitioner, there's no got that's whatever. And then it says his name, you know?
Well, wait. At the plaintiff petitioner, what's to the right of that?
Because I filed the divorce.
No, it's the plaintiff or petitioner. Is that you?
That's me.
Then you filed the restraining order.
But like, I mean, maybe the court did.
Well, who's the defendant listed there? It says defendant / respondent. Who's listed there?
Desiree.
Well, you can't be in both places. You can't be in both places. Either you're the plaintiff petitioner or the defendant respondent. Which one are you?
The defendant and the
Okay. So so it's you filed it. Right. Okay. So what's wrong with you filing that? You can't prove it? That isn't a restraining order on you. You put the restraining order on him.
This is what it says. I received the following papers on October 30th. It says, two pages. Exhibit healthcare abuse program. Exhibit attendance card. Exhibit 16 pages. Exhibit certificate 2 pages. Exhibit email. Certificate email.
Well, that's you request a restraining order against him.
Yeah, okay.
So what's wrong with you doing that? No, not to care. What is wrong with that order that you are putting on him? What's wrong with it?
She's a deputy sheriff who tried to serve him, but again, his keeps intervening. You know, it's a bad truck he's home. But my problem is that she sent me this saying that she couldn't serve him. So she gave her just the card of their phone number, you know. He's only like stuff here when they sent it to me. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to
Well, no. That form is supposed to be served on your husband, your ex-husband.
they said?
Well, then you're going to have to do it again, and you got to pay for a server. Okay, but if you don't have proof that was served on him, the paper won't stand up in court. Well, you just answer your question. You said you're not going to serve him. That's probably because it wasn't served right. You have to have a person that is not privy to this case, not part of this case, to serve the paperwork. Somebody over the age of 18.
I did that.
Well, I know that, but that person's got to keep doing it and doing it to get the person, to get your husband. Well, then when you say not really, then why don't you work it out with the courts? If you know all the answers, then you do it. I'm trying to tell you what the court of law it tells you. If you're going to serve somebody, you yourself cannot serve it personally. You have to get a process server. Now you either can pay for it or have a friend of yours that is over 18 that's not part of the case.
I did that, and the mistress was young and cussing, and
Well, you got to keep doing it. That's why it's best for you to hire. She doesn't have to be a part of it. This isn't a process on her. You're not listening to me, Desire. What you need to do. I'm sorry, what?
listening because I have my girlfriend going to serve him, but the fact that now she's clean and sober and she's trying to do this for me and my kids because she's known me my whole life. The fact that she called her, like names in front of her little 4-year-old daughter, and they sound both alike, her and her. And she's like, I can't do this, Dad. I'm like, okay, listen, I can do the papers, but I'm going to do it at the same time, before her birthday. So kill two birds with one stone, which is great. But I sent Vince the video, the proof, and is a sucker. Like I don't know. She's mean. She's just mean. Very mean. And my dog, that's how she looks happy and excited, but she knows that people are watching her, which is her two stepbrothers and her real brother, which is my son. And they all have black hoodies on. I'm like, what the heck is this? Is this like children of the corn? I'm thinking in my head, right? And I'm like, can I give you a hug? Like, are you still gonna say? She goes, I can't make you do that right now. I'm like, oh my god. Okay. Well, here's your flowers. I mean, I just wanted to, I love you, and it's so beautiful, and happy birthday. And all this gift, like, I'm always gonna be here for you. And then I don't think she got that still. As soon as I turned my back, she threw those flowers in the nice glass vase in the dumpster. In the dumpster. It said, it's coming back. I'm like, that's not what happened. I looked closely, like, are you a mom?
Well, no, you have to understand your daughter's been brainwashed to not like you. And you're trying to force yourself on your daughter. You can't force anybody on anybody. Well, then why did you give her the vase of flowers if she didn't want them?
Because I want to give my daughter flowers for her birthday.
I understand you wanted to, but she didn't want them. So why did you do that?
She said, she's like, I'm ready to accept your gift. And they gave her the flowers.
Okay, then if she wants to throw them in the dumpster, that's her doing. She has to make herself with that. That is very hurtful and mean by her. But she wants you. She wants to be mean to you.
I respect that.
Well, I don't respect it because I wouldn't waste my time giving flowers to somebody that does not want them.
I didn't know that she was going to do that. I didn't know that.
Well, now you know, but I wouldn't do it again. So, what are you upset about the restraining order that you tried to serve and it couldn't be served? If you can't get it served, then you either have to do it privately to a process server or you have to get a family friend that will do it for you.
I've done all of that, Bob, and they said that they do not accept Adobe Scan. I mean, I'm not sure the person. Some of them are really mean. The processor.
Well, the process servers, you have to pay them to serve it. You have to pay them.
Yeah, I got my fee waived. And the deputy served him, but he was at work. And he sent me a copy of the and it's
Well, maybe they only do it one time. Again, I don't know how that is set up. That's each person's different. I don't know what the rules are on that. And who's going to listen to your rules anyway? Judges are crook. Social workers are crooked. Your husband's crooked. Your daughter's crooked. So what you got now is a complete mess. And I'm sad to say that that's what we all have to face. I got a 23-year-old daughter that wants nothing to do with her mom and dad since she's 12 years old. I can't force my love on her. I can't force her to love me or take gifts from me or do anything. So I'm faced with reality that she went and changed her name and she got her own birth certificate with her adoptive foster parents as the biological parents who did not biologically create her. Her mom and dad biologically created our daughter. But she destroyed that. She changed her name completely. Middle name, last name, first name's all different. She has a new birth certificate. She put the other birth certificate, she sealed it. She took out a second social security card and is taking double dipping from her retirement till she was 18. After 18, it stopped, of course. But she got from 12 to 18, she got 6 years of extra money from my retirement.
Yeah.
Of course it hurts. That's 6 years. 6 years times that's 6 years times 12. That's 6 years times $12,000 a year. 6 times 2 is 212. 1 year. That's $7,600 out of my retirement. I'll never see. That's money I earned before she was born. That's money I earned. I've been working for 61 years. And that's money they'll never see. And of course it hurts.
After she was 18, that he would try to say hi.
She changed her name. She changed her name. You don't understand. When the child changes her name and changes, she changed at 18. She didn't want to do anything with people like me because I was not her father. Her mother was not her mother. She wanted nothing to do with this. You can't force yourself on people that don't want it. If you have a husband, or if you're a husband or a wife, and they don't want to be with you anymore, you can't force it. You can't force. Well, you are right now because you were saying your daughter. All right. All right. Okay. Then why are you trying to serve papers on your husband? You just told me you served a restraining order against your husband. Well, what is the the form you filled out, the MC-30? That is a restraining order, and you are the plaintiff. He is the defendant.
I don't know who put that in there. Like you said, the court is corrupt, right?
Well, I don't know who created that form, but you are the plaintiff. You're listed at the top of that form. So you're the one that initiated that. I never said it was. I never said it was justice. I never said it was justice. What you need to do is back off and back away and chase something else. All right. I know that's fine. And I'm not giving up my daughter, but you cannot hang out around my daughter's home. I can't hang out there. I can't because I'll be charged with harassment, and I don't want to do that. I tell my daughter today for Thanksgiving, I told her I loved her. I text her a message, Happy Thanksgiving. Your dad loves you. I said that to her today. I've done that now since she left at age 12. I do that every year. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, her birthday. I don't forget any of those important dates. And I tell her that.
And if I send you gifts every year for their birthday and Christmas, and get thank you
I
for
don't
the
send
picture from
gifts.
the dad,
I do not send gifts because they get thrown back. I
is that
don't send
harassment?
gifts because they get thrown back. I do not send gifts
Is it
because they get.
harassment?
No, it's not called harassment. It's just it's a waste of time.
Okay.
They're going to throw them back or throw them in the trash. I don't want to buy
You
something.
call them a waste of time? I'm done.
It's
I'm sorry,
okay.
Bob. With
All
all due
right.
respect, I gotta get off.
No, I do, but you're trying to fight some. Okay. I'm sorry tonight that Desiree felt the way she did. But anyway, she is very frustrated because she tried to do a restraining order and it was not served. And she's trying to do her love on her daughter, which I believe you can. But I don't want to disillusion her and tell her it's going to work out. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, the people tonight they're listening. If you're still there, Christina Reynoso, your comments, Christina. Heather, comments. And Desiree, Dyer, if you're still there, your comments. I don't know why you hung up on me, but that's rude, but that's okay. That's okay. So I know you're frustrated. I know you're frustrated, Des or Desi. But anyway, I'm glad you got a chance to talk to Vince. I hope he can help you out. Lisa, what do you think? Lisa, what do you think about Desire? What do you think about her tonight? Anyway, I'm waiting for some comments from y'all. I asked you a question, Lisa. How do I make sure that my UA parenting class certification releases forms are signed? Well, you need to look at the forms. When you get the forms, you gotta make sure they're signed. Make copies and keep the copies in your notebook. Keep your copies in your notebook. And then have your court appointed attorney submitted to the judge. Yes. Yes. I understand, Christina. She may be frustrated, but she's been very frustrated for a long time. She has 4 children with 3 different men, and she's already lost several judges. She wanted her daughter, when her daughter turned 18, to come back to her, but her daughter wants nothing to do with her. So she gave her daughter flowers, and her daughter turned around and emptied the vase and the flowers in the trash. I was just calling a spade a spade. And I'm trying to tell her she wants a restraining order against one of her 3 men in her life, one of the fathers. And it's hard when you have different fathers of different children. I think, there should be one father and one mother. I don't know why you have to have 3 different fathers that have 4 different children. And if you're going to have children, you should be in a solid relationship. I don't think she is ever in a solid relationship. That's why she had so many children. Her act of love, was having children. And maybe she thought having children, it'd help her get her children back or whatever the case would be. Maybe so. Maybe she should talk tomorrow. We'll see, Des. We'll see if she will talk to her tomorrow. I feel bad because I'm sitting here trying to help her. And she couldn't understand why the paperwork that she had the sheriff serve wasn't served. Well, if the party that she's trying to serve on won't accept it, you have to keep paying the server fees. And she doesn't have money for an attorney. Now, she did say she talked to Vincent Davis. I'm hoping that Vincent Davis can help her. I really am. I know she's frustrated. I know she's frustrated. But I don't know what else to tell her that, like with my daughter, I can't force my daughter to love me. She changed her name. She's got her own birth certificate with the adopted foster parents as the mom and dad. And she got a second social security card and she double used it when she was 12 to 18. It's sad. It really is sad. Anyway, this is Thanksgiving, and I guess I guess sadness is around all of us. Not all of us have our perfect family, our perfect life, and I'm sorry. I've tried my best for these last 2 years and these 25 months, 14 shows, a week times 25 months. That's a lot of shows. You think about that. You think about that. And over 3,000 people, too. Over 3,000 people. 25 months times 4.33 weeks a month. That's 108.25 weeks times 14 shows. That's 1,516 shows I've done. And I've had about 2 people each time a new show. So that's about right. About 3,000 people. So that's 1,515, 16 shows I've done. So that's how I estimate it. That's how I estimate it. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you for everything that you do for us all. And Desire, thank you for the shooting star you sent me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyway, it's now about 8 more minutes before it'll be 8 o'clock, and then sadly we'll have to go. I am here trying to help you all. I do bend over backwards to try to listen, to understand. But you're dealing with a very corrupt agency, a very, very corrupt agency. You're welcome, Desire. Thank you. Thank you again. Anyway, besides, I had 2 hearts tonight, a Russian roulette. I don't know who a Russian roulette is. I know what a Russian roulette is, but I don't know what a Russian roulette is. Russian roulette is not very nice. Russian roulette is where you put a bullet in a chamber of a gun and you spin it, you hold it to your temple, and you click the gun, and hopefully the bullet doesn't go off. Thank you, Christina Reynosa, for the heart too. And thank you for the like, Christina Reynosa. Those are my emojis. Anyway, Lisa, I'm so glad you got to be with your 5-year-old son at Thanksgiving. That is a blessing for you. So many parents don't get a chance. A lot of you didn't get a chance to be with your children at Thanksgiving. And that's a hard thing for children to understand, especially the case been going on for a couple years. My 3 children missed 3 Thanksgivings. 3 Thanksgivings. You can't get it back. They missed 3 Christmases. Well, they missed 2. I think the third one was what it is. And one of my child was divorced from her parents. No fault of my own. She was coached. I mean, if the social worker and the judge and the CASA rep encouraged my daughter, what else is she going to do? It's sad. Children are easily coached. And if they offer money or something like that, they will go that way if they offer something better. But my case was hard. In 2010, when I lost my job through no fault of my own, I had to tell my family we're going to have to go on a rigid cutback on finances because I have to get a job. And at age 60, it isn't hard to get. It's hard getting a job. It's hard. So I understand where you all are coming from. And I'm glad that Lisa, she's not only got her wood burning stove with wood, she's got her furnace, a wall furnace, propane. She got that installed. So some of the things I've been helping her have come in through. And she's going to eventually have her boy back. I know you are. I know you are, and I believe in you on that. Christina Renaud has written so many synopses of so many people. I am so blessed by Christina Renaud. It's so good to talk to her today, too. And Heather, you are new. I'm glad you're in here. I know you're frustrated with the whole situation, and I wish I could wave a wand that could make you feel better. But that's terrible to hear that your mother-in-law, who was raising 5 of her grandkids, she's not married, and they took all her nieces and nephews a year ago. I don't know why. You haven't told me why. I don't have the news for the mid-Missouri. It happened in Missouri, so I don't know all the details. But I'm so sorry, Heather 88. I really am. And so these are the people that are talking to me tonight. And I'm going to have to take my phone number down because there's only 4 minutes left of my show. So I'm taking my number down, and I'm going to put the Department of Government Efficiency. That stands for DOGE. It's a government entity that was started by our President Donald Trump in January. It's supposed to investigate government entities and see if they're bad. And they are investigating the social services in Orange County, California, and also the child protection system there. They are doing so. They are doing so. I know from firsthand because I was talking to one of the social workers, and the Department of Government Efficiency supervisor got on the phone and said, "Are you being helped okay?" And they were listening in to the social worker talk with me. And so there's a website. They'll tell you all about them and what they've accomplished so far and the money that they've saved the taxpayers. There's also 2 numbers. Area code 202 is the White House that you can call and discuss things with them. Also, there's an email that you can send things that you think are wrong. Now, that should be only attempted to do DOGE when you got nowhere at the county level or at the state level. At the county, you try to talk to the supervisor, manager, or the director of CPS. And at the state level, you go to the Capitol and talk to the civil rights coordinator, and hopefully they can help you. You can also talk to our congressman or a congresswoman or senators or representatives. They can make changes. They can make things happen. But it's hard because everybody has to fight battles. It's not fun to fight battles. But I'll leave that up there while I get ready to play my video. My show's going to end. And I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to thank you for helping to share Thanksgiving with me tonight. It's been hard to be lonely, but it's life. I don't feel alone because I got all of the 3,000 people that have talked to me and like what I'm doing, Anyway, please do not stop fighting for your kids. I think I didn't mean to stop fighting their kids, but I think she was going a little bit overboard by trying to force something down that a child didn't want. And so with that being said, come here first, but don't stop fighting for your children. Now, I'll be on again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's standard time. I want you all to have a good night. God bless you. And please watch this short video as soon as I sign off. Good night and God bless. And again, happy, thankful. And I'm very thankful to know all of you. Thank you so much. I guess I can put the heart here because I care about you. I really do. I'm a caring, loving man. Good night.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your